Every cell in your body is working tirelessly to keep you alive. Your heart has never questioned whether it should beat one more time. Your lungs have never wondered if breathing is worth the effort. Nature has spent billions of years perfecting this body so that life may continue. Yet somewhere within this extraordinary intelligence, a movement appears. The mind begins asking questions that no other creature seems burdened with. Am I enough? What will happen tomorrow? Why did this happen to me? When will I finally find peace? Look carefully. Nature is busy sustaining life, while the mind is busy imagining reasons why life is incomplete. Perhaps the greatest misunderstanding begins here. Humanity believes that every problem has a solution because every machine has one. A broken bridge can be rebuilt. A broken engine can be repaired. A disease can be treated. Hunger can be reduced. Distance can be conquered. Every century celebrates another victory over the limitations of the world. And yet, has the human being become free? We shorten distances, yet many feel farther from one another than ever before. We increased comfort, yet rest became difficult. We gained more choices than any generation in history, yet confusion multiplied. We filled our homes with conveniences, yet the heart remained restless. It is not that these achievements are without value. They have transformed lives in countless ways. But they have not touched the one thing every human being secretly longs for: the end of psychological conflict. Why? Because external problems belong to the world. The uneasiness belongs to something else. Observe your own life for a moment. As a child, you longed to grow up. Growing up seemed like freedom. Then adulthood arrived, bringing new desires. You wanted education, then a career, then security, then recognition, then companionship, then success, then peace. Perhaps now you seek wisdom, awakening, or liberation. Notice what has remained constant, not the objects, the movement. The mind never says, "This is enough." The moment one desire reaches its destination, another quietly appears to replace it. It promises that this next achievement, this next relationship, this next understanding will finally complete the story. Has it ever happened? Think carefully. Not according to philosophy, not according to religion, according to your own experience. Has desire ever concluded with satisfaction that did not eventually fade? Every fulfilled desire leaves behind a brief silence. Then another thought arrives, another image, another possibility, another future. The mind immediately begins traveling again. Perhaps the mind is not searching for happiness at all. Perhaps it survives through searching itself. Imagine that today, every desire you have ever carried suddenly became reality. Nothing remained unfinished. Nothing remained uncertain. Nothing remained unavailable. Would the mind become permanently still? Or would it quietly whisper, "What next?" That whisper deserves your attention. It is the movement through which the psychological self continues. The mind does not merely chase objects. It creates incompleteness. Without incompleteness, it has nowhere to go. Without somewhere else to reach, becoming loses its purpose. Look at the pattern everywhere. The poor imagine peace belongs to wealth. The wealthy imagine peace belongs to simplicity. The lonely dream of relationships. Those burdened by relationships dream of solitude. Students cannot wait to finish school. Working people cannot wait for the weekend. During the weekend, many begin worrying about Monday before Sunday has even ended. Life itself is not creating this dissatisfaction. Thought is. Thought continually compares what is with what could be. It measures the present against an imagined future. In that comparison, something always appears missing. But has the present moment ever declared itself incomplete? Or is incompleteness always introduced by thought? Notice the difference. Life unfolds. Thought comments upon it. Rain falls. Thought says it should not. Success comes. Thought asks for more. Failure comes. Thought imagines another version of the past. Thought rarely remains where life actually is. It lives in memory or expectation. This movement has become so familiar that we mistake it for ourselves. We say, "I am anxious. I am disappointed. I am confused." But are you? Or our anxiety, Disappointment and confusion experiences that appear within you remain for a while and disappear. Yesterday, you believed things you no longer believe. Years ago, you carried ambitions that have already dissolved. Your opinions have changed. Your body has changed. Your relationships have changed. Even your understanding of yourself has changed countless times. What is it that has remained present through every change? Do not answer from memory. Simply look. The body changes continuously. Thought changes continuously. Emotion changes continuously. Identity changes continuously. Yet something knows every change. That knowing itself, has it changed? When joy appears, it is known. When sorrow appears, it is known. When certainty appears, it is known. When doubt appears, it is known. Even the statement, I know, appears and disappears. Still, knowing remains. Most people spend their lives trying to improve the contents of experience without ever asking who the experiencer is. They polish the mirror but never notice the one looking into it. Then, after years of seeking satisfaction in the world, another movement begins. The search becomes spiritual. Earlier, the mind wanted success. Now it wants enlightenment. Earlier, it collected possessions. Now it collects teachings. Earlier, it compared salaries. Now it compares experiences, realizations, teachers, and practices. The direction has changed. The movement has not. This deserves deep honesty. Can that which endlessly seeks ever discover contentment through another object, even if the object is called spirituality? If the same movement continues, only dressed in sacred language, has anything fundamental changed? The desire for enlightenment can become another form of postponement, another promise that fulfillment lies just beyond the present moment, another future, another becoming. But reality is never found tomorrow. Tomorrow exists only as thought appearing now. The mind says, when I understand enough, I will rest. When I meditate enough, I will arrive. When I remove every imperfection, I will be complete. Who is this one who expects to arrive? Find him. Not conceptually. Actually. You know your thoughts. You cannot be a thought. You know your emotions. You cannot be an emotion. You know your memories. You cannot be memory. You know the body. The body itself is known. Even the sense of being a particular person is something you notice. It appears strongly at times and weakly at others. It disappears in deep sleep. It returns each morning. If it comes and goes, can it be what you fundamentally are? Do not accept these words. Investigate them. The habit of becoming has made simplicity seem difficult. The mind assumes that truth must be achieved, that it must be earned through extraordinary effort. Yet every effort belongs to the one who wishes to become something else. Look carefully. The desire to become is itself the veil. Life is already happening before thought comments on it. Breathing happens. Seeing happens. Hearing happens. Awareness of all these happens effortlessly. What effort is required to be aware that you are aware? Can you become more present than the presence through which this sentence is already being known? Can awareness move closer to itself? Can space become more spacious? Can light illuminate itself with another light? The search begins because attention moves away from what is obvious toward what is imagined. It overlooks the quiet fact that every experience depends upon this simple presence. Without it, no thought could be known. No memory could arise. No desire could be experienced. No world could appear. Everything comes and goes within it. Yet it remains unnoticed because it is never absent. The eye sees everything except itself. In the same way, what is most intimate is often overlooked. There is nothing mysterious about this. It is so ordinary that thought ignores it. The mind wants extraordinary experiences because it survives through novelty. Presence is not novel. It has accompanied every moment of your existence. That is why it escapes attention. So for a moment, let every conclusion rest. Do not attempt to become peaceful. Do not attempt to stop thinking. Do not attempt to reach a special state. Simply observe. A thought appears. It remains. It disappears. Another follows. You do nothing to create this movement. You merely know it. Remain as that knowing, not as an idea, not as a belief. as the simple fact that is already present before every thought announces who you are. Nothing needs to be added. Nothing needs to be removed. Reality is not waiting for your approval. It has never departed. Only attention wandered into stories about what should happen next. The story can continue if it wishes. Life will continue. Thought will continue. Desire may continue to arise. But now ask one final question. Who is disturbed by their appearance? Do not answer. Look, if no separate owner can be found, what remains is not something new. It is what has always been quietly present before every beginning, during every experience, and after every conclusion. Remain there without trying to hold it.